Okay, we're back and we have most of our pieces folded. I wanted to mention to you that these are all pre-scored. So all you have to do is follow the fold lines. Sometimes it is easier to see the lines, the little score lines on one side than the other. And after you do fold them all up, be sure and give them a really good pinch. And you can see these all are flipped up on this end, as these are all going the same direction. It doesn't really matter if this end flips up or the other end flips up. They just all have, that are going to connect together, all have to be the same. So these two have to be the same as well. So I've got this one partially, this one folded, this one partially folded, because I wanted you to see I put a decorative edge on this, and I simply used just an inexpensive pair of decorative scissors. But I wanted to show you when you cut with these, if you cut like this, your scallops are going to go out. And if you turn them over and go like this, your scallops are going to go the other direction. So before you start cutting on your pattern paper, make sure you have your scissors going the correct direction. You also, when you make this cut, you cut a little bit and then you bring your scissors forward and extend your cut. Do not do all the way down like that, because you'll get a little straight line at the end of your cut. So just cut a little bit and just keep following as you go. So I did that to these. So I'll finish folding this one. The larger folds are 5/8 of an inch. These smaller ones are 3/8 of an inch. And the small one is a little harder to keep straight. It'll kind of want to float off to the side. And if you can't hold this whole bit in your hand at one time, fold a certain amount and then let that just hang off and go in and finish folding this up like this. Okay, so let me put it back together and give it a good pinch. And you can see these are both the same direction. Now we're going to attach these two together, and the way I think that's the easiest to do is take the fold that is going up like this, and you can use like score tape or whatever you want, but the hot glue's here, so I'm just going to use it. But I'm not going to run a whole bead of hot glue on. I'm just going to put a little bit and kind of smear it. I just want a thin little amount. It'll hold the paper nicely. And then I lock this one, whoops, I lock that one in on top of it and fold it over so my fingers aren't against the hot glue, and then that's one piece like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing and connect these two ends together. So on the part that's flipped up, I take a little smear of hot glue and I bring this one over and I lock it on top of it like that. Okay, they look like little lampshades to me. So I've got this one, I'll set it off to the side. So this one's flipped up, a little smear, and I lock this one in on top of it and crimp it to get it all glued in place. This one comes up, so a little bit of hot glue smeared in place, and this one locks in on it like this. And if you get your hot glue in the wrong place and it sticks, don't pull your paper apart at a tear. Take a hairdryer, better yet, a heat gun, and just heat it up a little bit. The hot glue will soften and you can pull it apart easy. So here's the side that flips up. A little smear of glue, and we're going to connect the two ends like this. And now we have our big lampshade, okay? So I'm going to take the decorative side, the fluted sides, and I'm putting them down on the table like this. Okay, I'm going to use my first one and bring it over here. Now the reason why we have this smaller disc is that's going to be a spacer where we want this edge to rest. So all I'm going to do, and that's the reason I had you guys pinch that in tight. If it's real full and out here, it's not going to want to collapse. So I'm going to bring this in like this and collapse it straight down. And there we go. So I'm going to take one of the parts, I'm on the edge right there, the edge of the chipboard, and I'm going to get about 3 or 4 of the little fluted edges, and I'm just smearing some hot glue in there. And this is the lengthy part. I have to sit and hold this for a minute and a half. So we'll be right back.